This'll be a breeze.
Strike! There! You're mine! Sorry about that. Now! There!
Sometimes I get so lost in serious thought. About what? This'll be a breeze.
Now! There! Die! Now! Now! Not yet! We won't fail!
We are very sad to announce this will be a
There! You're on! Prepare yourself! You have angered me. You'll regret this! Terpentero! I can't say that I didn't see this coming. Must you inconvenience us so? Not yet! Not yet! Now! Not yet! Things seem rough between Asbel and Sharia.
I know! It's like they've got sand.
This won't take long.
Whoa, time out. Can we get a do-over?
Must you inconvenience us so? I failed every... Sorry about that. Strike! Not yet! You won't hurt! Plenty of room for improvement, but we can let it slide. This looks just like that machine from the ruins beneath Wallbridge.
This device preserves visual recordings of research targets.
Lambda. Oh, hey, there's that word again.
What does it mean, anyway?
Lambda. In our world, Lambda has come to mean nightmare.
Why is that?
Lambda is a life form we discovered by accident while researching the Lustalia. When the Institute's director, Professor Cornell, began to study it, it quickly became a nightmare for us all. The worst aspect of Lambda, and there are many, is an ability to hatch monsters from its body. These monsters threw Fodra into chaos, and eventually led to its destruction.
That cocoon! It looks just like the one that appeared at World's Eye.
After wreaking havoc here, Lambda fled to your world of Aphinia. We knew Lambda had to be stopped, so we created a humanoid capable of fighting it and initiated pursuit. That humanoid is Protos Hace, the one you call Sophie. Unfortunately, Protos Hace was unable to destroy Lambda. After much discussion, we surviving Fodrans chose to seal off Aphinia in the hopes of containing Lambda there. But now, after so many years, the Aphenians have come to us.
So you built Sophie and then sent her to our world so she could defeat Lambda. Does that mean Lambda is the one who created the cocoon?
But wait, that doesn't make sense. I mean, Richard made the cocoon, right? Maybe Lambda knows how to disguise itself or something. Maybe it just looks like Richard.
I refuse to believe that Richard and Lambda are the same. I know Richard. He's not a monster. He can't...
Sophie's getting worse.
We must hurry.
I agree. Come on.
What's happening?
Protos Hace's particles are breaking down.
Excuse me?
Protos Hace is composed of individual particles that act in concert with each other. These particles, tinier than a grain of sand, come together to form a human shape. And while they act as one, the particles also possess the ability to separate from each other, which is what you see happening right now.
Asbel, Sharia, what's happening?
Hey,
It's the result of a process called distributive preservation. Your friends must be completely synchronized with Protos Haste's particles.
I don't understand.
When Protos Haste suffers heavy damage, it usually splits into individual particles, shuts down all functionality, and begins the process of reconstruction. This is known as particle preservation. Distributive preservation, on the other hand, allows Protos Haste to implant its particles into one or more separate vessels. Have you ever seen Protos Haste split into particles like this? Anyone?
That must be what happened 7 years ago.
But the unit shouldn't actually engage that procedure. The reason being, distributed preservation makes it much more difficult for the particles to reform. Failure could render reformation impossible, so why would Protos Haste have risked entering that state?
Would her particles have any kind of effect on the vessels that they went into?
Yes. In fact, while the particles prepare for reconstruction, they would repair any damaged areas of the vessel as well.
So Sophie split herself into 3 parts and then used those parts to save Asbel, Sharia, and Little Bro.
But then that means Sophie didn't die after all. She was just recuperating within us.
It's amazing. She's been with us this whole time.
I see. Then this would explain why we possess some of the same powers she has.
Incredible.
So, what would happen if she underwent distributive preservation again in her current condition?
Distributive preservation does not allow for reconstruction of the self. She would lose all elements of her current identity.
Sophie, you risked your life for us.
Impossible. Protos Haste was never designed for this kind of self-sacrifice. I fear further particle breakdown could be disastrous. We must hurry.
Toy blocks? What are those doing here?
Interesting. Cornell used those as part of his research.
Cornell? Was he related to this facility?
Correct. Cornell was a foremost researcher of humanoid development, a key mind in the field of biotechnology.
Is this Cornell person still alive?
I'm afraid not. From my understanding, Cornell died before the Great War began in Fodra. However, his research lived on, and was the foundation for many spectacular breakthroughs. It truly is a shame that such an accomplished individual such as he would lead such a short-lived life.
Asbel, Sharia, we should move on.
Yes, of course.
You're very sad to announce
Sometimes I can't help but regret the past.
Asbel.
It won't take long.
You're mom! And just like that, I win! Again! We are very sad to announce this will be a
We won't fail!
This will be a breeze!
Now! There! Not yet! There! Prepare yourself! You have angered me! You'll regret this! Arrow!
Your sword skills are amazing!
Thanks! I'll use them.
This will be a breeze! Hold up this!
You won't die! Now! That was hardly worth dirtying my blade. What's this?
That's Tarlo X. I can't believe it's still here after all this time.
Is this a humanoid as well?
No, this is merely old junk.
Hey, you're hiding something! Come on, spit it out!
This is the first android I ever built. Back when I was just getting started at the Institute. I never thought I'd see it again. This brings back memories. Really, Cornell should have just thrown it out.
Sounds like everyone has something they're embarrassed about. Right, Tiger Festival? We are very sad to announce this will be a piece of cake!
Sorry about that.
Sacred Sea.
I failed everyone. Sorry about that. Pulled it off, somehow.
This will be a breeze!
Now! Not yet! Next time! Now! Creature! I failed everyone. Sorry about that. Now! Not yet! Die! I'll keep on getting stronger.
We are very sad to announce this will be our last roster. Right away, we're learning this name.
You're mine! Great job! Strike! There! Gravity Blast! Launch triplets of terror! You can be such a child. You're both too cool for...
Woohoo!
What is it, Pascal? You sound like an owl.
It's these machines. They're a bit different from the ones I'm familiar with. But once I fiddle around with them, they seem simple enough.
Fascinating. Adaptation is the hallmark of an exceptional engineer.
Emerald, if you don't mind me asking, who are the Amarcians?
If you are so curious to ask, they were a group of engineers who maintain the technologies of Fodra. I myself used to be counted among their number.
Wait, you're an Amarcian as well? If that's the case, is it possible that you and Pascal are distant relatives?
Relatives? No. I fear you have misunderstood me. Amarcia was just the name for a coalition of research engineers. Though bonds were strong, none shared any blood ties.
What? We're not all in the same family? That means I have to return the money I borrowed from Poisson.
Don't borrow money from children.